Fresh out the motherfucking gate. I gotta give a big shout out to motherfucking the Cosmic Serpent and Ravana Noon for a kick-ass motherfucking show that we just did on Sunday on morality and balance for the Black Adept. It was a kick-ass motherfucking show. The motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, forming this triad of darkness, this, you know what I'm saying, conglomerate, that power shit that we forming up. The feedback that we getting from people is astonishing and just so self-fulfilling to see the work that we putting in this work, you know what I'm saying, doing this Luciferian shit, having a, you know what I'm saying, a Luciferian approach to our spiritual work and our shadow work, and seeing the results that benefits from that, or that manifests from that, expressed through people that contact us, that hit us up via text messages, inbox, DMs, and all of that. And I just want to give a big shout out to, like I said, the Cosmic Serpent and Ravana Noon for, you know what I'm saying, forming this shit and, you know what I'm saying, bringing forth this new wave of Luciferian information, or the Luciferian approach, you know what I'm saying. And I hope y'all niggas know I'm speaking from the future into the past, because we technically got our show on Sunday at 7 o'clock via Zoom on the motherfucking Triad of Darkness, the new show we got coming up with Ravana Noon, where we formed this shit, we hooked this shit up, you see what I'm saying? So I'm about to come off the top with some shit, because I got some interesting shit to talk about. But back on that shit I just talked about, having the self-confidence to speak your motherfucking desires into existence and watching them carry it out, you see what I'm saying? Watching your manifestations come to fruition with your willpower and your desire and your intention to see it bear the fruit that you set forward to manifest that. You see what I'm saying? You hear a lot of people talking about confidence and ways to increase confidence, but in their thoughts, ways, and actions, you don't see that, you know what I'm saying? You don't see that same behavior exhibited from the people that talk about that shit. You know what I mean? So when I speak this shit, this coming from experience, and I'm embodying what it is to be confident, what it is to be, you know what I'm saying, self-directed, you know what I'm saying, driven, or so to speak. You know what I'm saying? A charismatic approach that I have when I communicate with individuals pertaining to their level of consciousness, you know what I'm saying, whether they're white or black, male or female, and having the wherewithal and being flexible and creative in the way I express my words, the way I express my body language, and forming the communication with different groups of people. So this is not no motherfucker that is running off at the mouth that like to hear himself talk. This is you actually hearing motherfuckers out here who doing the work constantly and not taking no days off when it comes to embodying this chaos energy and putting it into order in the way that we structure our life to bring forth the benefits that we see manifest in our everyday lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? This is why I always tell people or I stress to them to work some methodology practical methodology that's gonna bear fruits for your whatever path that you on, and do the motherfucking work. So shout out to everybody that's doing the work. But what I wanted to talk about today is maintaining the scientific mindset. And not only maintaining the scientific mindset, but keeping that frame of being the G.O.D. of your reality. You know what I'm saying? Not only embodying what it is to be God, or let's, for example, me as Lucifer. Not only embodying what it is to be Lucifer, but being Lucifer. You see what I'm saying? And embodying all the things that it is for you to be in Lucifer, all the attributes, all the characteristics, all the psychological intricacies of you maintaining that, you know what I'm saying, that mindset of who you are. You know what I mean? In your everyday lifestyle, when you're around certain people, how you know what I'm saying, how are they responding to your energy signature, so to speak. So I want to tell you about some shit that I've always done. You know what I'm saying? This is me revealing a lot of my some form of my various tactics that I use. But let's say, for example, today, on my way to work, I'm listening to some very, very interesting shit. Basically, in a nutshell, if you guys, I don't know if you've heard of this shit, you probably not, because niggas ain't really up on this level of information. Now I'm talking about as far as weaponizing the Wetiko virus. The Wetiko virus is you can look at it as a psychological disease that lies dormant within the psyche of humanity. You see what I'm saying? And it basically elicits forms of emotion and behavior that's going to be self-destructive. But what I've done is weaponize that and ritualize that into my everyday human existence, where I can elicit certain forms of behavior and emotions amongst people via telepathic communication and body language to draw forth or bring forth this level of emotion, this level of energy, for not only for me to vampirize on or to absorb, but more importantly, as a scientist that I am, maintaining that scientific mindset, I observe it and observe these states of mind that these, you know what I'm saying, my test subjects elicit as far as their emotions. Because we all know energy is in motion. Energy in motion is emotion, so to speak. So when it comes to my studies, it grants me full access to the person's conscious mind or subconscious mind, where I'm able to see what level of the brain they're thinking on, just overall where their aura, where their energy is locked at within whatever chakras they may be, you know what I'm saying, drawing forth energy from or sending out energy from. And it's very, very beneficial. But the only reason I've able to even weaponize some shit like that, because I've weaponized my psychopathic nature, and I've weaponized my psychopathic nature and all the attributes pertaining to it, and I use that shit as my benefit to fuel my alchemy, to fuel my my power and control over everybody that's in my environment. You see what I'm saying? So basically, you gotta understand something, that weaponizing your psychopathic traits or characteristics or skills when it comes to communication, when it comes to being charismatic, when it comes to being able to shape and mold people's perceptions of how they see you and how they view you. You see what I'm saying? Or shaping or taking advantage of the human observation by collapsing waves into particles when they see you, so to speak. Being able to shape and mold that shit and utilize that shit to your benefit, any way, shape, or form you deem necessary for you as a scientist when you conducting experiments. I'm constantly doing experimentation. That's how I view humanity, as a form of, as lab rats. You see what I'm saying? I'm on the higher playing field. It's a hierarchy. You see what I'm saying? Based on my mindset and my behavior. I don't have you know what I'm saying, normal mundane human behavior that you see people running through. You know what I'm saying, as far as stress and just going through the day-to-day lifestyle of having to work and provide for a family and all that type of shit. This is not how I conduct myself. You see what I'm saying? You got monsters in human form, so to speak. You got aliens in human form, demons in human form. You got whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, how you want to categorize this shit. You look throughout mythology and all the stories, it talks about fallen angels. It talks about demons taking human form and manipulating humanity to their benefit. Well, that shit is still going on today, and I'm one of the motherfuckers that's doing it. So I'm telling you that I'm actively doing that shit. There you have it. Do with that shit as you may. But when I was coming to work this morning, like I was saying, I was listening to different things and ways to utilize this weapon of the Wetiko virus. Google it. Coming to work and understand that within the human psyche, this virus that, you know what I'm saying, that's lying there dormant, I've learned the ways that I can activate that shit remotely without me being present within their environment, for them to collapse me from waves into particles, justifying my physical human existence within their environment, within the observable reality that they find themselves in, my work environment. So, before I even got to work, I remember I drew out some shit. Look close. See that? What that is a fucking sigilized form of the energy signature for antimatter. You see what I'm saying? And what antimatter is you know what I'm saying, you can talk about the quantum mechanical, you know what I'm saying, definition of it, but how I use it. It's basically a form of energy that exists all around us. You know what I'm saying? It's separated by a magnetic repulsion zone, so to speak, where, you know what I'm saying, you look out throughout the universe, supposedly, that this energy is basically encompassing matter, so to speak, and it's dark energy and dark matter, and, like, you know, antimatter or whatever. But basically, it lies dormant within the subconscious minds, like the unconscious, subconscious minds of humanity. You see what I'm saying? But this energy is from another realm, another existence. But with this sigil, I know how to bring forth this antimatter energy signature through the minds of, you know what I'm saying, individuals within my environment. And it manifests as self-destructive behavior, agitation, argument of all kinds of forms of self-defeating human forms of behavior that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, I'm talking about like people that's arguing. It increases that, and it increases all the things that you will see, like, you know what I'm saying, that you would deem as negative, so to speak, all through that sigil. So when I was coming to work this morning, mind you, I had all that shit on my mind all day, you know, over coming into work. First thing I'll fucking run into is another thing that I use. I use gematria with my with a lot of the things that I do. So the gematria code of the energy signature for antimatter is follow the right rabbit. You see what I'm saying? So I got shit set up at my job to remind me of that. You see what I'm saying? That jumps out and speaks to me, like, you know what I'm saying? Follow the white rabbit, or increase antimatter energy, or energy signature for antimatter. And all these things, certain things jump out. And also, one of the numerical values that jump out to me specifically, that means a lot to me. Not the number 13 that you motherfuckers probably thinking about, but the number 11. Number 11, I ride a picker or order picker at my job, number 11. But number 11 to me represents Darth, you know, like with the clip off, and Darth Vader with the clip off, or it's, you know, Star Wars lore. But number 11 for me, how I work with it, is a gateway for me to unlock or to tap into the Darth energy, or to tap into antimatter energy, and to bring forth that shit into this existence, in my reality, taking the chaos that this energy represents and putting it to order into my manifestations in this now moment, me conducting the human experiments that I use. So back at home on my altar, I got Darth Vader facing my mirror atop some crystals and all that shit, and I use him during my rituals, you know what I'm saying? I put on the deific mask of Darth Vader to open up the gateway into the chaos realm, or to the, you know what I'm saying, the Darth realm, and, you know what I'm saying, pull resources from this realm of chaos and put it to order. You see what I'm saying? That's what I use. So if you, anybody who reads Star Wars or the Darth Vader comic, you know what I'm saying, the last couple months, you will see how the castle at Mustafar was used as a gateway to communicate with the dead, or he's trying to resurrect Padme, but he had to open up that other realm. You see what I'm saying? That's how I use that energy. I use it the same way he used it, but I kind of flip it to my benefit. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, but when I was going to work, like I said, chaos erupted. Boom. Everywhere. People arguing, racial tensions and shit. Who knows? It was all kind of shit that was going on. And before it happened, I'm listening to some shit, and I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking, like I said, on the order picker I got the sigil all over, so people can see it. And nobody fuck with this number order picker with me every day. I'm the only motherfucker to ride. Nah, that ain't necessarily true. You know what I'm saying? I ride it mostly, but people don't fuck with it because it's slow. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, but when I was at work, you know what I'm saying, I'm gazing at this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I'm about to activate that shit. Boom, activate it. So chaos erupted at my job. I'm like, wow. And then I'm in the middle of it. You see what I'm saying? People arguing this shit. It's tension everywhere. It's all kind of hysteria, pandemonium, panic. People, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there and I'm laughing because before I got to work, I sent out a thought wave for me to have this shit manifest before me. For what? Like I told you, the scientists, to, you know what I'm saying, observe the energy, to see it, to, you know what I'm saying, see how I can shape and mold it and manipulate it, to devour it, or to harness it. You know what I'm saying? I do all three. So this shit manifested for me in real time. You see what I'm saying? Because I set the intention for this to manifest. You know what I mean? I woke up with the shit on my mind. I just woke up with the shit. I don't even remember what the fuck I did last night on the air show, but I woke up with that shit on my mind. I wanted to activate that shit. I wanted to do another experiment. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I always challenge myself with new things and new creative ways to express chaos energy, new creative ways to put chaos energy into order, into how I want to, you know, shape and mold it into my manifestations, my little shit I be doing. And I've done that today so far, you know what I mean? But in seeing how your the experiments that you set forth as a scientist, as a God of your reality, and watching it play out right before your eyes in exactly 100% the way that you intended it to. It puts you in the, you know what I'm saying, it just reassures your position and puts you back, you know what I'm saying, your position of power. You know what I'm saying, you controlling everything within your environment. But more so, humans, based on what they believe themselves to be their limited five senses, and just basically nine out of 10 of them operating within the realm of their reptilian brain. I mean, you can look at them and you can see where they at, and you can see that they have no free will. Motherfuckers don't have no free will when I collapse them within my environment. That shit is gone, if it even exists at all, which I have my own theory on that. But it's stripped, it's gone. It's like I'm remote controlling these motherfuckers. And I've also learned to do something else, because another thing, you talk about niggas talk about with melanin and shit like that, well, I've literally activated my melanin. You see what I'm saying? I don't talk about that shit, just all the physical gifts and shit that it gives you. That's mundane shit. I'm talking about the deeper recesses of the dormant potential that this chaos particle or this chaos energy holds. And you got to do the motherfucking work and going within your subconscious mind, in the basement of your subconscious mind, and turn on that shit and activate it. You see what I'm saying? And it changes you. It changes you. So it changes your whole fucking mindset and your frame of mind on what you are as a chaos being in flesh, as Lucifer in flesh, or as God in flesh. You see what I'm saying? And it's amazing once you turn that motherfucking shit on, man, to see, because what I've learned to do, I'm gonna give you an example. When I'm around niggas, black folk, I know how to communicate with the melanin within them. Because every nigga I know, every nigga that I'm in my environment, they the same motherfucking person, basically. Because I know outside of space and time, we are one collective entity. You know what I'm saying? Separation is a, you know what I'm saying, it's a necessary thing down here for us to conduct our alchemical transformation within matter. You know what I'm saying? It's antimatter beings, or chaos beings, so to speak, in order existence. But outside of here, we one entity, and we monstrous. But I'll get on that later. But how I communicate with this shit, it's a telepathic form of communication. And I know how to telepathically tell, you know what I'm saying, just communicate with this energy to increase, or to, you know what I'm saying, or to lower. You know what I mean? So when I come in within an environment, when I'm amongst niggas, I'm picking up on all their thoughts, because their thoughts are my thoughts. You see what I'm saying? They are nothing but other, you know what I'm saying, shards of the chaos energy that fractured off and you know what I'm saying, that's manifested within them. But their thoughts, especially with niggas, jump out to me, and I can just see them, and I can shape it, and I can mold them. You know what I'm saying? Most of them, not only do they fear my energy signature, but they just live in a state of, you know what I'm saying, repeat of repetitive forms of thinking, behavior, eating, just the mundane human existence of niggas that's just on the job, that's just working a 9 to 5, that type of energy. That's all they have. There's nothing ever really different from that. And there's only a few far in between individuals who kind of step outside that box and be able to have original thought and forms of thinking, but most of them don't. So I can communicate with that fucking energy. I feel it, I can taste it, I can smell it, and I can touch it. You know what I'm saying? And I know how to fucking just, it's so subtle. But the feeling I have when I manifest it, when I observe them within my reality, when I collapse them into from waves into particles, when I view them, it's like I'm plugged into them. You see what I'm saying? It's like I'm literally plugged into them, and I feel like I'm remote controlling these motherfuckers, and I'm connected to them. So a lot of times, a lot of things that manifest from that, or like some of the side effects, is you thinking something, you forming a thought. Say, it could be something like chicken wings. And one of them motherfuckers that you observing within your reality say that shit right when you thinking it. Or ask you about, you know what I'm saying, what you eating. I bet you eat some chicken wings today, shit, whatever. Like, what weird little subtle type of things like that may manifest. And they have manifested, things like that. Or a lot of times, I'll go amongst niggas and I'll ask them randomly what color they thinking about. You see what I'm saying? Or what color do they think about when they see me or whatever. They like, what? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Just tell me about what color, the first color come to your mind when you see me coming. What you think is shining? And I'm telling them niggas while I'm asking them that to think of the color orange or blue or red or whatever. But like today it was like the color orange. And that nigga was like, man, fuck it, I guess orange. You know what I'm saying? I'm like asking him, like, why is orange? I'm like, I don't know, man. That shit, you fucking type of fucking question is that? That shit weird, dog. You fucking creeping me out. Feeding on the fear that them niggas is, like, when I come around, I'm feeding on that shit. But I use it not just see what, you know what I'm saying? Seeing if they're able to pick up telepathically on the communication that I'm telling them by manipulating the melanin within them. You see what I'm saying? By communicating with that subtle energy that we all have and we all connected with. Because everything that you manifest within your reality is coming from your subconscious mind. And doesn't exist outside of your subconscious mind that you're not connected to. You connected to everything within existence. And you gotta know that shit and work that shit. And I'm telling you, man, the subtleties of that shit is astonishing. But like I said, I do shit like that. But being able, you know what I'm saying, being Lucifer and basically riding the wave of this energy is very, very, very it's increasing. It's increasing momentum. It's increasing intensity. It's made my already, you know what I'm saying, evolved psychic abilities. I mean, they're just enhancing to the point where it's just shit happening, like, unconsciously. I'm doing shit unconsciously. Where, tell y'all about this shit popping up in individuals' dreams, where they evoking me in dreams. You know what I'm saying? Whether they do that consciously or unconsciously, and I'm able to remember that shit, have full dream recall, and they contacted me like, man, what the fuck was that dream? I had a dream about you last night, but we was doing whatever. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I remember that shit, you know what I mean? In vivid detail, where I may have, you know what I'm saying, had on a deific mask of a certain entity that I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm tapped into, and I did some shit before I went to sleep intentionally to do that, and somebody else might have picked up on that shit, but they also picked up on my specific energy signature and knew that was me under the deific mask of, say, King Payman or Lucifer or Set, all kind of different things like that, Spawn, Al Simmons and shit like that. And it's funny because, you know what I'm saying, we all use our altars as vortexes of energy and shit like that, right? And I got, you know what I'm saying, I might have these individuals specifically set up on my altar for me to tap into, you know what I mean? That's why I use magnetism and things of that nature to remotely tap into those energies of those deific masks when I'm just out in the world, you know what I mean? And I'm telling you, this shit is, I mean, if you're not really doing the work on this shit gonna sound insane and out of this world. But to motherfuckers who actually actively taking that chaos energy that they generate for themselves with their thoughts, ways, and action and putting it to order in your existence, you know what I'm saying? It sounds insane until you do it. But it's funny, and it's funny how this shit just all manifests right before your eyes when you're getting your the results that you intend instantaneously. You see what I'm saying? And it just manifests right before your eyes, and you just like, wow. But you don't rest on your laurels with this shit. You see what I'm saying? You gotta don't let that shit fuel the false self or the ego into thinking that you finally made it and you can just chill and rest, because chaos doesn't rest. It's not a fucking, it's always in the state of flux. Your energy is always, if you wielding this shit, you know what I'm saying? If you slaying Tiamat, if you slaying Apep, you know what I'm saying? You putting order to your chaos. You see what I'm saying? And you riding a wave that you generate as the center of your existence in the eye of the storm, so to speak. So utilize that shit and understand that. I'm gonna give you like some of the side effects of being Lucifer. I'll tell you some of them. One of the side effects that me personally that I go through is my thoughts. When I think something, man, your thoughts are powerful. Thoughts are things, and when I think of something, it manifests. With great power comes great responsibility. So by maintaining, having a sound mind, clear heads, clear thoughts, being able to differentiate between the thoughts of the ego chatter and your true self within. You see what I'm saying? Because there's two forms of thinking now. Being able to differentiate between the two. And knowing that what you're thinking, you know, it's having intention behind it. That's going to benefit you and everyone within your immediate family and your immediate environment or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I would recommend you do that, because it's got to the point where I'm thinking of something and I can, like, my kids or my wife will pick up on the thought, they'll do it, or, you know what I'm saying, do embedded commands that I, you know what I'm saying, that I send out with people, and they just pick up on the shit and do exactly what it is that I told them to do. Thoughts are powerful, man. So be responsible for your thoughts and control them. It's a chaos energy. Your thoughts are, but you gotta know how to take all that shit, all that energy, and focus it into you have a scientific approach of taking that energy and focusing it into your everyday lifestyle, your now moment, and you will see those chaotic energies form and manifest as things that's gonna be suited to your benefit. You see what I'm saying? They may be suited to your benefit as objects, as words of expression, and being able to communicate. You see what I'm saying? Because you're taking chaos energy and you're putting them into order. You see what I'm saying? So these words that I'm saying right now is coming from the subconscious, they're coming from the chaos sphere, but they're being filtered down through my fucking communication, through me speaking into ordered existence through words and symbols. So wielding this energy is a motherfucker, but you gotta be Lucifer. You gotta be God. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at myself as like being a Luciferian. I look at myself as being Lucifer. I look at myself as being Set. I look at myself as being God. You see what I'm saying? And I send that energy signature out intentionally, and motherfuckers pick up on the shit. You see what I'm saying? So when I show up, that's the energy I'm rocking with. That's just me on my default level. You see what I'm saying? But because of that, though, maintaining my frame, always maintaining my frame. I'm rock solid. I'm solid with the shit. So, but being responsible for my thoughts and how I want to affect people. You see what I'm saying? Because you can hurt people with this shit, and you could elicit any form of communication or emotion that you want with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Have an intention when you're thinking the thought. Have a goal. But always, when you going out, I would recommend it. But with me personally, when I'm going out, when I'm just out in the world, I have a fucking intention behind that shit. You see what I'm saying? I got aces under my sleeve. Well, my number one is I'm a scientist, so I'm conducting experimentation when I'm out. Period. Why? You know what I'm saying? It's up to me. It's up for me to know that shit. You know what I mean? But there is experimentation going on always. Always doing work. Always challenging myself in ways to express chaos energy, in ways to, you know what I'm saying, see if I could accomplish a goal by setting a certain time limit on me being able to manifest something. You see what I'm saying? I'm constantly doing this shit. It's fun. This shit is fun for me. But that's all. I also don't take myself too fucking serious with this. You gotta have fun with this. You can't be some dark, gloomy motherfucker. But I mean, this shit is absolutely fun being Lucifer. You know what I'm saying? One of the other things that I feed on, or that side effects of being Lucifer, is feeding on or observing the fear of religious individuals when it comes to pertaining to Lucifer or anything that's dark, gloomy, deadly demons. I'm able to, what I've learned to do is basically be able to, whatever an individual is afraid of, I put myself in that position of what they're afraid of and feed on their fear. I am the symbol of their fear. Whether that's the devil, whether that's Satan, whether that's, you know what I'm saying, apocalypse, doom, whatever it is, when individuals think of these thoughts and they act on them, pertaining to however they view Lucifer or anybody like that, I step into the shoes of what they're afraid of and become it and absorb it and observe the energy and to harness the energy. You know what I'm saying? I do that shit and I feel the benefits of being what they're afraid of or being what they love. It goes both ways. You see what I'm saying? Somebody's, whatever. It depends. I walk both sides of light and dark. So if an individual's of emotions is something that's happy and, you know what I'm saying, things like that, I can tap into that shit with my empathy and be able to generate that feeling in myself and feed on that shit or observe it. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the benefits of weaponizing the Wetiko virus and using that shit to, you know what I'm saying, manipulate that energy within individuals for positive and negative reasons. But I'm a scientist. This is the things that I do every day to conduct an experimentation when I'm communicating with humans, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But man, this shit is fun. This shit is absolutely fucking fun. Being Lucifer, being God, being a Titan, whatever you want to call this shit. And not only wielding this energy, knowing that there's no ceiling with ways to express this energy. There's no ceilings with this shit. And I don't know about a lot of you niggas. I don't look at old videos of what other niggas is doing. I don't even watch videos of myself. Because this shit, a week from now or tomorrow, is going to be some old, mundane, useless information for me. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm always constantly evolving, transforming. You see what I'm saying? I use the ambient energy within my environment to force myself to transform, to express myself in a new, different, intricate way. You see what I'm saying? I'm always transforming. So I don't look for other motherfuckers for creativity. I don't look for other motherfuckers as for, not even really for inspiration no more. It's like I've generated that shit myself. I'm blazing my own motherfucking path. You see what I'm saying? I'm a trailblazer with this chaos energy, and I'm constantly fucking I'm in the form of transformation, constantly perfecting myself, but knowing I never fully perfect myself within this corporeal human existence. You see what I'm saying? I'm already perfect outside of space and time when it comes to this shit, but that's the mindset of being able to challenge myself. So I'm going to stop real quick. This is the Luciferian motherfucking way. Lucifer's way. Or I'm going to word this shit. But just know that I'm Lucifer, motherfucker. And this is the age of motherfucking Aquarius. And I'm that fucking Aquarius that's dumping out that fucking water. That energy, that chaos energy. And I'm manifesting that shit throughout the multiverse with this shit. Showing and proving. And having the confidence and self-wherewithal and experience. And being able to express this shit through forms of communication for you to understand and cultivate that yourself for you to act on this energy. Because you ain't acting on this energy, I'm acting on this energy within you and manipulating your ass. If I see you, if I think about you. That's how easy this shit is. So this is the Luciferian wave. Hit us up on Zoom Sunday night, 7 o'clock. Hit up the Dark Occultist 99, Ravana Noon for an invite. Cosmic Serpent, Triad of Darkness. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas get ready to get drenched with this wave, this chaos wave. You know what I'm saying? Get your surfboard, get your snorkeling devices, because we going in. Peace.